We're going to continue with our topic of writing electron configurations, but we're going to move on to a different type. We're going to write the noble gas notation or noble gas configuration. Now, there are a couple of steps to this that are very similar with a couple of changes in between. So first of all, we're going to find the element on the periodic table. Then we're going to find the noble gas from the previous row of wherever that element is at. We're going to put the element symbol for the noble gas in brackets, and then we're going to continue reading the periodic table like it's a book from there until we get to that element. And remember, we're going to ask the same questions as we go through. We're going to ask, what row am I in? What block am I in? And how many elements to finish? Now, let's practice a bit. We're going to write the electron configuration for nitrogen. First step, find nitrogen on the periodic table. Alright, as you can see, it's denoted in red once again. Now, the next step was to find the noble gas from the previous row and then write its symbol in brackets. So here we go. Writing it in brackets takes care of that section, and it pretty much makes it so that the items in red are already covered just simply by putting it in that notation. Next, we're going to continue regularly. Now we're going to say, what row am I in? I'm going to be in row 2, block S, and I'm going to have to move twice. One in lithium, and then to get to 2s2, we're going to move to beryllium. Remember, our goal is to reach nitrogen. So we're going to continue in row 2, but we're going to move to the P block, and we're going to move 1, 2, 3. HE in brackets, 2s2, 2p3. Now, we want you to write it like this when you write it down in your independent practice. Keep a space in between just to make it a little bit easier for now. Alright, let's practice again. We're going to write the electron configuration for magnesium this time. So, first step, find magnesium on the periodic table. There we go. It's in blue. Next step is we're going to go ahead and find the noble gas from the previous row, which in this case is neon. Then we're going to put neon in brackets. By doing that, it pretty much eliminates us having to write the entire electron configuration until we get to neon. So it takes care of that part. Then we're just going to continue from there. What row am I going to be? I'm going to be in row 3. I'm going to be in block S. And I'm going to have to move twice to get to magnesium. So I'm going to 3s1 gives us sodium, and 3s2 lets us land on magnesium. So that would be our answer. In your independent practice, once again, we want you to write it like this. It'll make it a lot easier. You won't have to fumble around with superscripts. Let's try one more. Let's write the electron configuration for iron. First steps first, find iron on the periodic table. So right here we have iron. Second step, find the noble gas from the previous row. So we're in row 4. We're going to look at the previous row, row number 3, at the noble gas, which in this case is argon. We're going to take argon symbol and put it in brackets. And once again, the beauty about the noble gas notation or noble gas configuration is by writing that noble gas symbol in brackets, it takes care of that entire section of our electron configuration. And we just have to continue from then onwards. So what row am I going to be in? I'm going to be in row 4. What block? Block S. And we're going to have to move twice. So we're going to go 4s2 to get to calcium. Now, once again, remember, when we get to the D block, it's the row we're in, -1. So it's not going to be 4D. It's going to be 3D. And all we have to do is count till we get to iron. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to be 3D6. And on your independent practice, we would love it if you would write it like this.